My name is Mallory Schmitz. I teach at Riffle Catholic High School. Okay, so I saw this question and I was like, I know exactly right away what I'm going to do. So teaching psych, when I came into this program, there's a lot of textbook work and things like that, like before I got here, and I just don't do that. That's just not my thing. And so I looked at what the program was about and, the concepts and the things that we were going to be talking about. And I really tried very hard to make it very applicable to their lives. So Psych 20, just a little background, Psych 20 is all social psych. So in terms of psychology, it's kind of the mixed bag of everything. So it really is kind of like the intro course, kind of gets them thinking about what psychology is in general. And then Psych 30 is all developmental psych. So it's like womb to tomb is what I call it. So I try and do a lot of projects, really making it something that they can apply they can connect with things that they might see in their day-to-day life. And so for Psych 20, we actually just did this project, but my favorite one to do is something I call Happiness Week. And so what they do is they take a online survey, which is created by an actual psychologist that we look at when we go through our different perspectives. It's a psychologist that we learn about in cognitive psychology, and he's created this happiness inventory. And so it just asks a bunch of questions, kind of scenario-based questions about how you're feeling and things like that. And then it generates a score from 0 to 5 in terms of your happiness. And so they record that score. That's kind of like their baseline. We just pick a random day in the week. It's usually on a Friday. And then they reflect on it. So why do you think you got that score? Do you think it's accurate? What are maybe some things that contributed to your score being so high or your score being low? Just kind of getting them thinking about what this score means to them. And then we come back on Monday and we spend an entire week doing activities, reading articles, and things like that that are supposed to be beneficial to our well-being. So things like just tracking our moods. So they have a mood tracker one day, and just kind of how do our moods kind of change throughout the day, and just being aware of that, what happened in the morning that made you angry, and just kind of being mindful of those things. At the end of every day, they have a journal that they have to write, just reflecting on what the task was, how it went, what are some things that stood out to them. They do a gratitude day where they just write a list of things they're grateful for, and then they write a thank you card and give it to somebody. And it fascinates me that I'm a thank you card writer. That's something I enjoy doing, but these 16-year-olds have never received a thank you card, and they've never written thank you cards. So I try to model all of these things. So they come in on that gratitude day and they all have a thank you card on their desk just from me, thanking them for their hard work and their effort and their openness and things like that, just to show them this is what a thank you card is and what you can include and things like that. They make a decision one day, they write about things that are weighing on them, and maybe put the plan in place to make that decision. Or when it comes time, they've kind of got an idea of how they're going to go about making the decision. We do a meditation one day, and then they focus on their sleep. And then at the end of the week, so they focus on their sleep, and then the next week, so we've done this for an entire week, they retake that test at the beginning and see if their score has improved or not. Most of the time it does. And we talk about how 1 week isn't going to change your life, but most of them, there's a final reflection that they write, and most of them talk about how these are simple things that did make them feel better, and they could incorporate this long term. And so I just love that project. I love seeing their reflections, and even them talking about journaling. They're I didn't think that I liked writing down how I'm feeling or reflecting on my day, but I really found that beneficial. And so just kind of getting them to realize these are simple things that you can add in your day-to-day life, but could possibly improve your mood and just kind of the way that you're feeling on any given day. So I love that project for Psych 20.